Hi and welcome back to Warframe. So today we're going to take a look at the Boar Prime. The first time I actually built this was the 29th of September 2013. So I was 3 days away from getting this, literally 2 years on. Now originally when it came out it had a total of 72 damage. It had 5 accuracy, 5.8 fire rate, 15 magazine, but it had 25% crit, which is what I liked about it at the time. Then they changed it, and it had a total of 117 damage, 76 impact, 17 puncture, 23 slash, but that added status to it of 40%, which made this good for a status build. The reload was still 2.3, the magazine was still 15, but they'd taken the crit down from 25% to 15, which wasn't as good. Now, however, it does a total of 184 damage with 36 slash, 27 puncture, 119 impact, ignoring the points. The status is 30%, the crit is 15%, the fire rate is smaller, the magazine is bigger though, and the reload seems to be slower from what I can gather from this. Because the reload is now 2.8, originally it was 2.3, so that could be a bad thing, but this is meant to be a buffed weapon, but it's lost 10% on crit, it's lost 10% on status, and okay, yeah, it has gained over 100 damage since it first came out 2 years ago. If it hadn't have gained damage, I don't think anybody would be using it. But this is one of the reasons this weapon has not re-emerged, when the Heck was not a huge upgrade, but the Tigris is just out there on the insanity level. And this thing isn't. It went from 117 to 184. That's not a huge improvement. And then, as I say, they've taken 10% status off. And the reason it's unranked at the minute, I've just accidentally formatted another V into it. Originally, it came with no Vs. And at the moment, you can't even build this thing, because you cannot get the parts unless you go to the trading channel down here, because it was put into the Void Vault with Mag. Nearly 3 months ago now. So for a weapon you cannot even get, it does not make sense for them to increase it slightly and then nerf the status of it. I don't know why they've done that. But now I have the fun of leveling it all the way back up after forming the wrong weapon, and I was really hoping to do this exactly 2 years after the original video, but 3 days early isn't that bad. So what did I put in here mod wise? Well, obviously I've got primed point blank in here. That's kind of a must. Hell's Chamber, Scattered Inferno with Vicious Spread. Vicious Spread is just simply to make this thing evil. Because it's completely useless at long range. It always has been. It's never been any use at long range. It's always been more of a close range weapon. So Vicious Spread works perfectly fine. Then obviously Shotgun Ammo Mutator is for that exact reason. It mutates all ammo in the shotgun, because this thing is, well, I said it before and I'll say it again, it's an ammo whore. It just eats ammo like complete and utter crazy, and there's no enemies here. There you go, boom. But it still one-shots everything pretty nicely. Then obviously Shell Shock, Frigid Blast I think it's called, and Toxic Barrage to get it the 100% elemental it actually has. And this is a rarity. Wow, both of them in the same room. That should not happen. It has aged pretty nicely. I mean, it's doing a really nice amount of damage, but okay, so I got 1500 viral, 1500 radiation, 260 slash, 195 puncture, and let's just say 800 for argument's sake impact. It is a decent amount of damage. It has kind of saved this weapon, but from the mods I've got in, the ammo mutator was badly needed, because this thing will just eat ammo like complete madness. And it will make it pretty unusable pretty goddamn quickly. Just simply down to the fact of its fire rate is so high. Where are you guys? Come on. They're not coming in for some reason. And I don't know Oh, wait, now, how could she drag me backwards and sideways all at the same time? That's just weird. But yeah, it burns through ammo like mad. It's that 15% crit, just nerfing it through the floor like that was not needed. Keeping it as a crit weapon it made it more fun, but it does have 100% status with this build. It's the whole purpose of this setup, but it's just, ooh, that was weird. It's not enough. It needed more. So you can't take, yeah, thank you Frost, it helps if you land. Health chamber off and put other mods on, go for a non-status build, and it still works just as well, but you can have a bigger magazine with a quicker reload, and it's more fun to use than going for the 100% status build. So leveling fun with usability on this can be a bit of a pain in the backside, but the range on it is still, as you can see, this is more like mid-range and still kind of taking them out as they come in, even though the Kubro's up there trying his hardest to annihilate everyone before they come through. It works. I liked this weapon when it came out. I still like it because it has a high fire rate. It's a decent shotgun, and the 20 magazine here is what actually saved this from being completely and utterly useless with just the status build on it. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd she go? And she's dead. Nope. She's in a wall. Best thing is to actually hit the back of them. Come on. If you can actually get round the back now. Where's our sister? You know what? I see you. Freeze! Oh, before it falls to the floor. Before it falls to the floor. Okay, got it. Ah. So yes, it is a decent weapon. I do like it a lot over what it was. It is a huge improvement. But it doesn't. It's overshadowed by the fact that things like the Vacor Heck, the Heck itself, the Tigress or the Sancti Tigress, they outdo this weapon a lot by a huge margin, which means this thing has become unloved and will be unused simply because there are much better shotguns actually out there, which is a shame because it's a Prime. The Prime should always be that little bit better. So if you ignore the existence of them two, this is a hell of a good shotgun, but the fact that those exist make this a fun weapon, but not an end game weapon, if you want to call it that. I hate calling them that. But it is a hell of a lot of fun to actually use this thing. It's just completely overshadowed by the other weapons, which ruin it. Anyway, we'll leave this off here for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time if I never get down here. Thank you.